So I'm in training right now, and we on video, and sometimes it get a little tedious. I'm not gonna lie. Like I may not be paying attention all the time, but I do for the most part. But y'all, he is tired. He is tired, yo.
Hi guys, welcome back to D's African Perspective. Thank you all for stopping by. So I personally do enjoy watching a lot of videos about people who do call center jobs. You just get to see how a lot of people who keep calling in are crazy. People who do call center jobs are really, really strong because it takes a lot for you to mentally have to deal with talking to people every day on the phone. And not just few people, you're talking to a lot of people and talking to different personalities, different amount of crazes, different people who really think that the world revolves around them. So this video also involves people who work from home. You know, a lot of people wish to work from home because it's very good, like it's very convenient. You get to save up on gas. You don't have to like drive up to a place. You don't have to go outside and deal with people. But most people are saying that honestly, it's not what people think it is. Sometimes it messes with them mentally. Before we get right into this video, I want to give a very big shout out to Owens Daniels for sending me a $5 super thanks. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you.
Okay, sir. First off, good morning. Okay, secondly, I just want to reiterate real quick, just to make sure I'm hearing what you're asking me correctly. So you're stating that you're not understanding why there's no money left in the account? Okay, so you're stating that you went to an ATM, you had an available balance of what? You said $200? You withdrew the $200, right? And now you're not understanding how there's no money left in the account? Well, sir, if you only had $200 available to spend and you withdrew that same $200, then the available balance now would be zero. Well, that's not necessarily how that works, sir. Just because it's showing as pending does not mean that you still have that money available to you to spend. It just means that until the bank closes out the transactions for the day, and that normally happens at the end of the day, then it will still show that the transaction is pending. But the money that you withdrew is taken out immediately off the balance. It reflects instantly on the balance. So you can't go to the store and swipe your debit card and spend that same $200 that you just withdrew out of the ATM. Well, I don't understand how pending can make anything misleading, sir. I'm more than happy to speak with your wife and explain to her the exact same thing. So you can go ahead and place her on the phone. Well, hello, ma'am. My name is Angel. First off, good morning. And I was just explaining to your husband that if you guys had a balance available of $200, is what he's telling me, and you guys then went to the ATM and withdrew that $200, that now when you go and swipe your debit card, it will say insufficient funds because you no longer have $200 in the bank account. You now have it in cash. Well, again, as the same thing I explained to your husband, just because it shows as pending does not mean that you still have that money to swipe and spend your card with. If we gave you cash at the ATM machine, then well, I'm not expecting you to know how banks work, ma'am. I'm just expecting you to know that if you only had $200 in your bank account and you went to the ATM and withdrew the same $200, that now when you go to swipe your card, that there is no longer $200 on that card. You have to now spend cash. Well, I'm not asking you to be a mathematician, ma'am. This is really, first off, it's first grade math. Secondly, it's, and may I be frank with you, it's common sense, really.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? Well, first of all, I did put it in the chat that I was going to use the restroom. Okay, but you're telling me that we have to ask, not tell you, like we have, what? We're not in kindergarten, ma'am. We're not in kindergarten. I'm a grown woman, and I'm not going to ask another grown woman if it's okay for me to use the bathroom. Okay, last week when I was in the bathroom, I didn't speak to nobody because I was just, no, can you let me finish? I was doing my courses and the recruiter knew when I wasn't at my computer. So there's ways for you guys to account for us. So don't think that I'm going to ask you or anybody else to use the restroom. That's crazy. Yo. There's a reason why y'all are down 3 reps. There's a reason why y'all down 3 reps. And I'm not. No. Y'all, you're really condescending. Okay, well, tell him. I don't care. I will tell him myself. I will tell him myself. I'm not going to work with somebody like you. You have a tone to you. You're condescending. You're mad fucking rude. Like, I don't. Go ahead and tell him. Goodbye. Bitch is nuts, bro. Bitch is fucking bonkers. Oh.
I work from home, people. It's barely 9 a.m. I barely just washed my face. First call out the gate. I cannot make this up. So I'm like, thank you for calling. This is Matt. Who do I have the pleasure? And before I could even finish my statement, she's like, where the hell is my technician? I get quiet. She's like, hello? I was like, oh, I was letting you finish your conversation with whoever that was in the background. And she was like, what are you talking about? No, I was talking to you. I said, couldn't have been talking to me because I was talking. So how are you talking to me when I'm talking? So she gathers herself and she's like, I'm sorry, I just have PTSD because you didn't show up for the last appointment and I'm just want to make sure that you guys show up. So where is he? I'm like, well, first I need some info because I don't know who I'm talking to, ma'am. She's like, oh, doesn't it pop up in your system? I mean, this is the 21st century. I'm like, ma'am, what is the address? So she gives me the address. This lady's in California. It is 6:34 in the morning in California right now. Her appointment is between the hours of 8 to 10. Why are you on my phone? So I kind of chuckle and I'm like, ma'am, it is 6 something in the morning in your area. Your appointment is not until 8 to 10. I'm not sure why you're expecting to see or hear from him before that time. He will contact you when he's on the way. So she's like, I just want to make sure because he said I was going to be the first on this route. Between 8 to 10. Well, I'm going to call back if he doesn't show up by 10. I'm sure you will.
Ma'am, we are your husband's insurance company. No, ma'am, I am not sleeping with your husband. Nobody that works here at this company is sleeping with your husband. I understand that you see multiple outbound calls to us. And that is because your husband calls us for assistance. It has absolutely nothing to do with someone that works in the call center sleeping with your husband. I understand that you and your husband are going through infidelity. I get it, ma'am. But I just want to inform you that, one, we don't have any brick and mortars in your location at all in your state for us to be meeting up with your husband late at night. If your husband's leaving home late at night, ma'am, he's not meeting up with me or any of my coworkers. Right. So if he's calling us at different times of the night, that means that he's calling us for assistance, ma'am. If you could see, it's an 800 number. There's no way we are calling him back. Well, we don't do outbound calls, so we don't call back. Okay, so you said that you can tell that it's multiple people because your husband keeps notes on every person that he talks to. So you think it's multiple women since there's multiple multiple names? Well, you know, man, some people keep track on who they speak to over the phone just in case they have to call back if something were to happen, or if they, we didn't complete our job properly, they want to call back to complain. So if your husband is one of those people that likes to be able to reference who he spoke to before, I can understand why he has different people's names down. But that does not mean that that whole list is a bunch of people that are sleeping with your husband. Ma'am, I'm not going to transfer you to a supervisor because this is a situation where you won't be satisfied with the answer either way, whether it's coming from me or if it's coming from someone else. But I can attest to you that no one's sleeping with your husband, ma'am. Now, if you need some assistance with something, I do show that your name's on the account. I can assist you with any questions that you have. I can even go over previous phone calls with you. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and try to find reps to transfer you to because your husband have their name on a list. We have thousands of people that work in this company. Some of them have the same name, first name. So I'm not going to go searching to see who these people are that talk to your husband to see if they're sleeping with him. No, ma'am, that's not a part of my job description. I don't get paid for that. Ma'am, if you continue to yell and scream and use vulgar language, I will disconnect the phone call. No, I'm not trying to disconnect because I know I'm sleeping with your husband. I'm going to disconnect because we don't have to sit and let someone degrade us and talk bad to us and use swear words with us. That's not why we answer these phones. That's not part of my job description. I don't get paid to get cussed out. I get paid to help customers. So if you are needing assistance with something that's account specific, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you, ma'am. But if you're only here to figure out who's sleeping with your husband, we're not going to pick. We're not going to find that. I'm not going to go through that with you. Yes, ma'am. I'm still here. But what I'm going to say to you is I'm going to go ahead and have to disconnect this call. I hope you have a great day. Please call us back when you're in need of assistance. I will leave note in your policy and in your account letting us know that you are upset with your husband calling over to the call center for assistance. If you would choose, there is a survey at the end of the call. Bye-bye.
Don't look at me crazy for what I'm about to say, but there is a huge possibility that I am about to leave my work from home job. I know working from home is what everybody wants to do, but to be honest, work from home is not all it's cracked up to be. But then again, it kind of just depends on who you are. Me personally, I've kind of assessed that I need something maybe that's hybrid, or maybe I do need to fully work on site, because being at home all the time, because I don't go out that much, so working from home, going to school from home, and then I'm always in the house is messing with my mental health. But that's not the only reason why I think I'm gonna leave. I am technically considered contract to hire in my position, and because of that, I am a temp at my agency. I don't get PTO. They don't give us contract employees PTO. And then we get a lot of crazy people on the phone. Like, I wouldn't think that working in Medicaid that these people would be as crazy as they are, but they are. And I'm kind of just burnt out with having to talk to people all day. I realized that I either need a job where I don't talk to people at all. When I say people, I mean customers, patients, clients, anybody that doesn't work for my job, where I don't have to talk to them. Or if I do have to talk to them, our communication is very minimal, and it's not all day. It's not my entire shift. I need something like that, because talking all day from the time I clock in to the time I clock out is just, I'm tired of it. I'm not a fan of the schedule that they have me on. After I got out of training and nesting, they put me on 11 to 8, and I'm supposed to be working this shift until January, because that's when we're supposed to be doing a shift bid. But I requested to see if I could change my schedule a little earlier. I need to be on first shift. I've never liked working second shift. Me and second shift, we don't get along. Some people will be like, oh, you're still at home. It doesn't matter. I don't like getting off at 8 o'clock at night. I'm in school. I have live classes at night, and I can't pay attention to them because I'm at work until 8 and my classes are before 8.
Now, there's some work from home jobs that are really good and people actually enjoy it. Like, they are blessed to have it. If you have a work from home job that you don't have to be on a call with and talk to people, then you have the dream job, because honestly, that is the dream job. It's the best of the best. But when you have to do with the work from home that you have to talk to people, then that one is not easy, because there's nothing that you're not going to tell me that having a very nice job that you do from home, there's no way you're going to tell me that it beats actually going and being among people, like going into the office. To be honest, like, I know there's some people who genuinely feel like, oh, they really, like, even if the job is good working from home, they really don't like it due to the fact that it has possibly they don't really like being at home. It messes with their mental health. They feel like they don't take care of themselves better. Like, because I've heard some people complain about that, and some people just like being around people, and they feel like with their job, it kind of gives them that chance to do that. But to me, I feel like if you're an introvert, especially an introvert, of course you would love it, like, if it's a good job. But then when it comes to, like, majority of the work from home jobs always want you to be on a call. Like, you have to be talking to people. Sometimes you get to deal with the type that will micromanage you, and they will literally have you like, you have to be clicking the button and respond to them every second to tell them, hey, like, you're still here. And so the nerve of them to tell you when to go, to tell them when you need to use the bathroom. Really, if I want to use the bathroom, I'll use the bathroom. I will use the bathroom. You really cannot tell me what to do, because, like, the bathroom is right there. If I need to use it, if I'm on a call with somebody, you can mute that call, okay? You can put that person on hold and go and use the bathroom, because what is it with them? You don't even have to say it, to be honest. Who's gonna know? I just feel like sometimes they do too much.
Hi, thank you for calling. My name is Brianna. May I have your name and address?
I don't care what your name is. You got my information pulled up? You people are always doing something. Are you hard of hearing? I said, do you got my information pulled up?
I do apologize.
I don't care for no goddamn apology. I want my bill over. Can you do something about that now? I'm asking you, hello? Can you hear me?
Do you want a brief hold, sir?
Yes, I do mind. I do absolutely mind it.
Thank you for calling. My name is Brianna. May I have your name and address, please?
Oh my god. Is that really necessary? Like, seriously, you don't have it in front of you
First
right
of all,
now?
we need everybody that calls in to verify who they are before we can assist with anything. Otherwise,
That's
we
just
are gonna have to
ridiculous.
call for failed verification.
Okay, it's Melissa Swearington. I'm at 125 Woodward Street there.
Thank you. Now we can proceed. Now, what was it that you needed help with?
Yeah, I just want to know why y'all are increasing my bill.
Again, if you could talk to me as professionally as I'm talking to you, that would be great.
Excuse me? You know, get me over to your supervisor now. I will not tolerate this type of disrespect from anyone. Okay, Brianna, so I did hear a call, and you did great at the beginning. You restated the customer's name, and you reiterated what was going on, so that was awesome. I do got to give you your props for that. You should be proud of yourself. But I did, however, notice you did not say the survey. What happened there? Right towards the end.
So the reason I did not restate the survey, it appeared that they were in a rush to get off the phone, as you can hear. It just didn't. I just didn't say it on that call.
Hey, well, that's understandable. We're humans. We all make mistakes. But however, our company is very strict on applying that survey line, okay, Brianna? So I do have to have you type in the chat here. I'm going to pull up the acknowledgement statement and go ahead and pull up the chat. And I need you to go ahead and state that you agree and you understand that going forward, you will be applying the survey on every call, okay, Brianna? Thank you so much. All right, I see it. All right, so you can go ahead and go back to phones. You have a great rest of your day.
Okay, so I have a new hire on the line right now, speaking to a customer who is just going off on her. I mean, called her every name under the sun, yelling at her, screaming at her, and they have been on the call for 5 minutes and 58 seconds, so almost 6 minutes already. So this is a very new hire, so I'm going to go ahead and take over the call for her, and we'll discuss the abuse policy later. But yeah, that's what's about to happen. Hey, Krista, only you can hear this. Don't worry, she can't hear you, but I'm going to go ahead and take over the call for you, okay? We'll discuss it in your one-on-one later. Yep, go ahead and transfer over. Okay. Hello, ma'am. I'm the supervisor on duty. How are you today? Well, I'm very sorry to hear about that. The reason I took over the call for Krista is just because I did notice that there was some name calling and some yelling, and I didn't see that you guys were making a whole lot of progress on the call. So I just wanted to step in and, I did want to. Well, she was being helpful. She did answer all of your questions, and then the questions that she didn't answer, she couldn't because you were yelling and screaming at her. Right, ma'am, but I listened to the entire call, and throughout those 6 minutes, she was only able to speak once or twice. Yeah, so we do take abuse very seriously. You cannot call agents out of their names. You cannot scream at them or curse at them the way that you had. And so that's why I took over the call, just because I wanted to make sure that we were transparent on the expectations of how each call should be going here. Okay, and I understand. I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I can definitely disconnect the service if you'd like to do that. But as far as right now, is there anything else that I can assist you with? Did you want to move forward with closing the account? Okay. Well, you give us a call back whenever you're ready, and we'll be happy to assist you, okay? Okay, I hope you have a better day. Thank you, you too. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, because what you're not going to do is come on my line and start yelling and screaming. Disconnect, baby girl. Disconnect. You done lost your marbles. And especially listening, the fact that she tried to deny calling that rep out of her name. Baby girl, I was listening the whole time. Who are you lying to? Make it make sense.
Video where a customer called in and was saying if the woman was sleeping with her, if she was cheating with her husband. It's actually funny because I saw somebody in the comment said, oh, like really, she went through the process of like calling and then waiting, being on hold to speak to a representative, the whole music and everything, and her pressing 1 or 2 for English, different type of things. She went through all those things, and she's still thinking that whoever answered the call is somebody who is, doing something with her husband. And it's crazy because how did you go through all this process to just think that, yeah, like it just, People, like, there's just stories to tell for days. Like, you have a lot of stories to tell for days when you speak to people, like when you keep talking to people on a call, when you work in this call center jobs, because you would have all varieties of people calling, different characters. You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Bye.